Hello, I've painted this picture called Outside and it tells a curious story. What do you see in it? There's a couple of fences, there's two figures, two people there, there's a tent, there's a bridge, there's a stone bridge that appears to go nowhere. What's the story? Everybody's going to have a different take on a picture, and that's fine. I'll tell you about the journey that led to painting this picture, and that'll give you some idea of the hidden story. It won't be the whole story because there are so many unknowables in what we see. First of all, the first thing I did was to carry out some research. I went with a partner. We went to a bit of marginal land near the centre of Bradford, land that hadn't been used. It had a public footpath in it, but we had to slide past a fence to get onto the public footpath. And then we walked along the path through waist-high vegetation. We had to climb over piles of rubble and round at least two fences to get where we were going. On the right-hand side of the path, we could see new houses being built, and here's piles of bricks right at the top. And right at the end of the path, we came to this disused railway bridge. In front of the railway arch was a steel fence with sharp points on it. The fence had clearly been erected in order to prevent people from sleeping under the bridge arch and keeping dry. And in front of that, there was a tent, a one-person tent. And to the right of that, there was a concrete fence, a dirty white concrete fence. And written on that was, "Call my mum." When I got back home, the scene was still preying on my mind, and I felt I had to paint it because it's about outside and outsiders. We were outside, and those fences were erected to say, you are an outsider and we are on the other side, insiders. First of all, I painted one person in the foreground on their own. The person who in my imagination was inside that tent when we arrived. And then they seemed so lonely on their own, I painted another person too. But both of them were separated by a pile of rubble, pile of stones. Just like the piles of rubble we had to climb over to get to that outside place, that marginal place. Sometimes art has to shine a light on what is really there and to show what we might not see in the course of an ordinary day. We can't always paint pretty pictures, but I'm looking at this picture now and I'm thinking, what needs to be done to make this scene a lovely scene and one full of joy? It's a special thing to be able to create art that helps you think things more clearly and helps other people think too. Thank you for watching. This was a film made by Sand for the Armchair Painting Group. If you'd like to see more of these videos, just press the subscribe button at the end. Bye.